Hi, my name's Arun Kapur. I'm 28 years old from Wolverhampton. I'm a duty manager at the Lighthouse Media Centre. As well as this, I double up as a freelance poet, and as well as this, I triple up as a support artist on film and television. The beginning of my mental health journey started when I was 16 years old. I was being bullied from this age, and because it was almost a taboo topic to talk about in front of your schoolmates and even to your parents to open up, I found myself sheltering myself from the open world, if you will, and I didn't really want to talk about what was actually happening on the inside, as I was not really aware of what was actually going on. At this point, I was almost blaming myself for all the suffering and everything that was coming my way. As a term to dealing with the bullying and some of the anguish that I was facing, I started to attend my classes a lot earlier. So I would arrive at school way earlier than I needed to, and I would actually try to stay after school in order to not face my bullies and try and progress with my work. And as I got older into university, I completely ignored everything that happened in the previous years in order to start a new chapter, to almost brush it under the carpet. And I found myself at this point, I was enjoying my life again, for what it seemed. However, after I graduated, I had a mental breakdown, and I found that everything that I pushed underneath the surface was actually still there, and I found it very, very difficult to be able to come to terms with. And I'd learned that not only had I been blaming myself for many years, but I wasn't really dealing with the problems that were in front of me the whole time, and that in the end of it, I was actually quite fortunate because I was able to open up to my parents and my other family members and friends, and they were very understanding of everything that happened to me, and they were able to support me even though I'd reached a more pinnacle age in my life of where more things were happening for me, and I was more of an adult. And I am now at a point where I can distinguish anything that happens in front of me, whether it be a breakdown, some anxiety, a form of depression, and I know how to deal with it better now, rather than shelter myself away from people, because that's not the best way to deal with problems. In terms of a positive matter of my mental health journey, there is a positive outcome, as I am a lot better nowadays. I'm a lot more healthy, I'm a lot more happy. I'm aware if something is wrong, then that's just the way it's meant to be. And as I mentioned in the previous question, I eventually openly spoke about everything that was going on, and I found that this was actually more of a positive outcome than I had pre-planned for it to be a negative outcome. Because I assumed that if I had opened myself up, if I took this barrier away, is that people would judge me. And so in the light of sense of things rather, I found that once you eventually open yourself up to others, you realise that you're actually a lot more relatable to other people. So I'd always highly recommend to have a better positive outcome is find a creative outlet, or find any form of outlet, and put yourself in a position where you're able to be yourself. And if you can't be yourself in a position, then just find that extra bit of courage and put yourself out there. If someone judges you, that's their problem. That's not your problem. You're out there to be yourself. So my personal object that is very significant and important to me is this black book. This black book contains all my life's works. It's actually part 2 of all my life's works. Volume 1 is somewhere lost at home that I can't find it. But this one's a lot more important to me because this is all my work as an adult, so it's a lot more distinguishable in me being able to deal with everything from open eyes rather than closed eyes. And what I mean by that is that everything I've written here, I'm aware of the source it's come from, whether it be from my own personal problems, whether it be from someone I've met on the streets or in my workplace or just about anywhere. As well as all that, this is almost a diary to me for me to learn more about myself. So if there's ever a time that I'm going through a rough patch and I'm not able to find myself within that situation, I refer to this black book, as I know that this is something that is personal to me and that not anybody else has ever read.